Have you ever wondered what truly lies behind a smile? What secrets hide in the heart of the most charming person you know? In the world of Norse mythology, among gods of thunder and wisdom, there was one figure who embodied this question more than any other. He was handsome, clever, could talk his way into and out of any trouble imaginable. His name was Loki. But here is the question that has echoed through the ages. Was Loki truly one of the gods? Or was he something else entirely, a shadow hiding in plain sight, waiting for his moment? This isn't a simple question with a simple answer. To find the truth, we must journey back, through mist and memory, to the very beginning of the worlds. Walk the Bifrost Bridge, enter the golden halls of Asgard, listen to the ancient stories. If you love ancient history and legends, hit the subscribe button, like, and share, then stay with me to uncover the truth. To understand Loki, we must first go back to his beginning, which was not in the gleaming city of Asgard. Unlike Thor or Baldr, Loki was not born of the Aesir gods. He was an outsider from the very start. Loki's story begins in Jotunheim, the realm of the giants. His father was a Jotun, Farbauti, his mother was Laufey. This mixed heritage placed Loki in a unique and precarious position. He was a giant, yet he possessed charm and intelligence that let him walk among the gods. He could think his way around problems that even the strongest gods could not smash through. Odin, the All-Father, saw this potential. Odin made a sacred blood oath with Loki. They mixed their blood. Odin swore to never accept a drink unless one was offered to Loki too. This brought Loki into the fold of the Aesir, but it did not make him one of them. He remained Loki of Jotunheim, the giant who sat at the gods' table. Loki's life in Asgard was a paradox, and so was the family he created. Loki married a goddess named Sigyn, who was the embodiment of loyalty and faithfulness. She stood by him through everything, a symbol of unwavering devotion even in the face of unspeakable horror. They had two sons, Narfi, Vali, whose fates would become tragically intertwined with their father's own punishment. Sigyn represented the part of Loki that was connected to Asgard, but Loki's nature was too wild to be contained. With the giantess Angrboda, the bringer of sorrow, Loki fathered three monstrous children. The first was Fenrir. The second was Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent, a snake so vast it could encircle the world. The third child. Her name was Hel, and she was born half living, half dead. Seeing her, Odin cast her into the deepest of the 9 realms and gave her dominion over all who did not die a glorious death in battle. Hel, Fenrir and Jormungandr were Loki's true legacy, children of chaos who would one day rise against the gods. With Sigyn, he had a life that could have been normal, but with Angrboda, he embraced the monstrous. He was a father to gods and a father to monsters, a duality written into the fabric of his being. Loki's reputation as a trickster was well earned, but his schemes were not always malicious. Some of the gods' most prized possessions came from his mischief. One night Loki crept into Sif's chambers and cut off her long golden hair. When Thor discovered this, his rage was immense. He threatened to break every bone in Loki's body. To save his skin, Loki promised real golden hair and went to the dwarves, commissioning the sons of Ivaldi, and wagering his own head with Brokr and Atri. While they forged, Loki, disguised as a fly, tried to sabotage them. They made Sif's golden hair, Skidbladnir, the foldable ship, Gungnir, a spear that never missed, Gullinbursti, the golden boar, Draupnir, the multiplying ring, and Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Its handle was short because Loki bit the dwarf's eyelid at a critical moment. Loki returned and presented the treasures. Odin received Gungnir and Draupnir. Frey took Skidbladnir and Gullinbursti. Thor received Mjolnir. Loki had fixed his mistake and armed the gods, a perfect example of chaos serving order. Now we return to the question we asked at the beginning, the secret that lies at the very heart of Loki's identity. Was he a god? The answer, simple and profound, no. Loki was never one of the Aesir. He was a giant, a Jotun, living in Asgard, and more than a giant. Loki was the living embodiment of chaos. Not just a trickster who caused chaos, he was chaos, a force the gods could not eliminate, only manage, live with, and use when they could. Think of the world as a grand balance. The Aesir stand for law and stability, the giants for entropy and destruction. Loki stood in the middle, the agent of change. This is why Odin made a blood oath with him, a pact with chaos to harness its creativity and blunt its destruction. If you're into ancient myths and legends, hit subscribe, like, and share so more seekers find these stories. Then come back, because this choice will have a terrible price. For all the good Loki brought, his chaos masked a darkness. Baldr the beautiful, son of Odin and Frigg, god of light and joy, beloved by all. When nightmares foretold his death, Frigg sought oaths from all things: fire, water, iron, stones, earths, trees, sicknesses, beasts, birds, poisons, serpents. None would harm Baldr. With this protection, the gods made a game of it, delighting as all things fell harmlessly away. Everyone laughed, everyone except Loki. He coaxed from Frigg that one thing was too young to swear: the mistletoe. Loki placed a sharpened sprig into Hodr's hand and guided his aim. The sprig pierced Baldr. He fell, dead. A silence of horror and disbelief fell over Asgard. Loki's mischief became murder. There could be no forgiveness. He fled as a salmon, but was caught. In vengeance, Vali became a wolf and slew Narfi. Narfi's entrails, turned to iron, chained Loki to 3 sharp stones. Skadi placed a venomous serpent above his head, burning venom falling without end. Sigyn remained, catching the drops. For moments, hours, years of relief. When she empties it, venom burns his face and he screams. The earth itself shakes. So the Norse said, "These are earthquakes." After gifts, betrayals, and clever tricks, what are we to make of Loki? Was he a villain? Absolutely. He slew Baldr and set Ragnarok in motion. But at times he was the only mind that solved what strength and wisdom could not. The real answer? He was an agent of change, neither simply hero nor villain, but necessary. At Ragnarok, Loki fulfills chaos and falls. Yet his legend endures, echoing through time because it mirrors us. If you love ancient history and legends, hit subscribe, like, and share. Tell a friend and keep these flames burning. This is Legends and Lore. Until the next tale.